All right, it's another day. We're headed to the coop. Camera here has a pretty big bundle of stuff in her hands. I got a drill, got some drill bits, I got some super fancy metal zip ties, right? So everybody's asking, we're doing all this stuff to the coop. Why are we doing so much stuff to the coop? Well, it's because the coop needs work. The coop has not been used for the past 6 years. The lady who owned this house before us didn't have chickens. She didn't have anything in the planters. And so our goal here today is to use this fabulous sun that God has provided to us to provide air into the chicken coop. All right, Jesse, I want you to come with me. And let's see what the temperature of this chicken coop is right now. So inside of here, we're sitting at a lovely 107 degrees, right? So you guys can see there inside the chicken coop, we're already pushing over 100 degrees. Camera, can you give me a set of fans? Let's see if they fit on top of the window. Right there, you can see the chicken. She's just hanging out, super pissed. She thinks that she's had babies. So she thinks that the little baby chickens are hers, which they are not. So here's our fans. I think they will fit, no problem.
Look at that. It's perfect.
So I think that's a puller. We pull out of here.
Okay.
Right? And then we push. Honestly, we should push from in there.
Under here?
Under there. Well, no, because I think that'll be too close to the ground for the chickens. I think they'll put their little fucking beaks in there and get them lopped off by these
we don't
high CFM fans.
Don't want to do that.
So maybe we put the push roughly right here. And we push in here. From there, not only does it go from this corner, but it translates all the way to that corner across the whole coop.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cam?
That sounds like a great idea.
And then it's all solar powered, as you can see there. So the solar panel is super nice. You don't have to take it out of the plastic right now, but it's a beautiful solar panel. And we actually tested it. Well, if you guys want to see us testing it, you can see that on our story on Facebook. So follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and you can kind of see us testing this stuff out before we actually use it. All right, so we're gonna take a little break here. We're gonna do a little bit of cutting and stuff, and maybe show you guys that kind of stuff, and get these guys some much deserved air. So our little weather stripping guard came off. I got my trusty hammer here and try to just get these nails back in. Oh, that one I want to go through. Everything's a hammer if you try hard enough. We're good. There we go. Hammered in. Let's see how she fits. Take a step back. Perfect. Okay, so we're probably gonna be using this exact setup. Go outside, go. She's stuck in the door. We're probably gonna be using this exact setup later when we have more baby chicks. So the goal is we're gonna put the fans in a push-pull method, how we thought before. So we're gonna, a pull-push method. We're gonna pull in fresh air from here, get rid of all the nasty smelling, and then we're gonna push out there, probably top right. That's the goal to get it down. So now that we've had the door open and I talked to my buddy who's a push-pull like professional, this here, we're already at 105 degrees. So we've already lost a few degrees just having the door open, like spitballing. So what do you think, Cam? You think I mean, it's gonna be push-pull.
Yeah, I mean the wind's coming from this direction, so I feel like it's gonna definitely
just kind of suck it out and get it, make it smell better in here.
At least move air, because there's no air being moved.
I mean, even in here, I could feel the air come in and I feel it go out that door and I feel it go out there. So it just needs more air, to be honest. Focus on her face. Her breathing through her mouth like that means she's too hot, right? It's too hot in the coop, and that's just how it is. So the next scene, we're gonna be drilling some holes. I don't really have a perfect saw to be cutting this, so we're gonna be using a Sawzall, but we're just gonna cut out just enough to where we can screw this in. All right, so right now what I'm doing is we have a small margin of error if we cut a hole in this wall, right? So what I'm doing is I'm marking around the fans. Unfortunately, this kit didn't come with like a template, so I'm trying to score the wall in a way that I can mount this fan successfully and still use the drill holes. I'd rather cut it too small at first and then come back, and then you can remove the fans So you can see that's roughly the hole that we're gonna cut. We wanna cut literally the size of the fans so they slot in, and then we can drill to the side and mount that way. The fans are awesome because they came with their own mounting pack of screws and bolts and all the things that we need. And so, yeah, let's see how we do. We'll give it a good cut. The way I'm gonna cut this, unfortunately, is I'm gonna be using my biggest drill bit on the corner, and then I'm gonna be using a Sawzall because that's all I have for cutting. I don't really have a handsaw or anything fancy. So, you know, this is what real life is like. This is what we're here to show you guys, how to be farmers and do the ranch stuff and the homesteading crap.
With the equipment that you have.
With the equipment, with the shit that you got, you know? Like, that's what we do, so.
Not gonna go out and buy fancy tools.
No. All right, we'll see you guys in a few minutes. I'm gonna start getting to drilling. Actually, just keep her rolling, I guess. If she's not dead yet. It's so hot out here that the camera turns off on us. So what I'm doing here is I can see where the corner is gonna be. I'm gonna put just a small little pilot hole on each 4 corner, and then hopefully I can get my Sawzall blade. It's stuck. Get my Sawzall blade in there, so corner here. I'm going a little bit inside of the corner so I can fine tune with the Sawzall. That's too close. And I'd rather cut it, like I said, too close than to cut it too wide and then not be able to mount the thing. So I got a big Sawzall blade here. I don't think that's gonna fit in there, but we'll figure it out. Oh, I don't have a battery. And this is just like particle board shit. Right at the corner, and then we can take this guy, do the same thing going up. This is a hard one. Can't see my line. So guys, we cut a hole. It's not beautiful, it's not perfect, but we cut it literally the size of the fans. So I'm gonna feed Camera the wire, and this is gonna be our push. It's tight, it's real tight, and that's kind of what we want. We want it just the size. So there we go. Can you get it through?
Can you make that hole little tiny?
All right, so the hole needs to be a little bit bigger. We're just gonna wall her out, right? Just a little bit. See how we go? How we're coming? There we go. So the cord comes through. Now, we still have our solar panels over here. We're gonna pick this guy up. We're gonna take her over here. We're gonna have Camera stay inside.
Oh, whoops, it came outside.
Hook it up. We're gonna flick our switch. Camera, do you feel any air?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely. Yeah.
Nice little exhaust air coming through the coop.
Wow.
Or intake, so this is intaking. And then from there, we gotta do the other side. And once we're done, we'll mount this up, have our switch readily available, come up and come across. I still kind of want to figure out the solar panel situation, but we'll figure it out when we get there. We're estimating here, boys and girls. I should put that here. That's 10 1/8. I need to put another hole at the edge of that tape measure.
I wish I was tall so I can help you.
No, it's okay. We're just figuring it out.
Now you can fit your Sawzall through there.
Now I can put my Sawzall through there. Now we need 10 1/2 down. So 10 1/2 from the top of that. Damn, I did a good job the first time. All right. Not too worried about the fine details right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting it cut and then we'll make it wider as we need. close, but not quite. That definitely ain't square. But like I said, we'll make her fit trial by trial. Where do I want to take the height off? Probably this way. Out of battery.
Oh shoot.
It's dead.
I'll go get in.
Alright, taking a tactical pause, everyone. Gotta get a new battery.
We got her all cut out now. We're putting her in. Look
There
at that.
we go. We didn't cut it out too wide. It doesn't look the best on the outside. I ain't gonna complain. I ain't gonna lie. You know,
It's okay.
I'm not perfect, but they came with mountain screws for a reason. I didn't realize I was gonna have to cut them accurately twice to get the fans to fit, but luckily, each fan has 6 screws. 5 screws? Enough screws to hold it in there, hold it in place. So let's put this one all the way at the edge. Nice. Hey Nick, I know you're watching this. DeWalt's my favorite, by the way. This is why I bought DeWalt. I know you think Milwaukee's superior, but I like DeWalt. Even if they got bought out by Black & Decker, I still like DeWalt.
Did they? Nice.
Nice. It's a little crooked.
Hopefully the chickens don't judge us.
I don't think the chickens are gonna give a shit. They're not gonna give a chicken shit. Get it? Cause chickens and poop.
That was pretty funny.
That's stupid. Alright, now we gotta mount these solar panels.
That's gonna be the fun part.
Yeah. I bet you guys didn't even see those ones. Did you?
Oh, the little baby.
You didn't even see them.
Nope.
That's why I got you a man doing all the work. Oh, that one missed. Alright, that one's mounted. Let's go mount some solar panels. Be done with today. What do you think, Jesse? Cameraman? You're the first cameraman in YouTube history that gets to talk.
No.
Yeah. Putting in the final screws here.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm putting in the final screws.
He's putting in the final screws, is what he said.
Oh shit. Crooked as fuck though. Jesus Christ.
Could you put it in there straight?
No, I don't think anybody ever taught me how to use a drill. Oh shit.
You lost your bit.
I don't need it. Nice. Alright, so what we gotta do next is mount up this wiring. Wait, do you still need to do the hole for the other wiring? To push the wiring outside since
No.
we flipped her?
The wiring is outside already.
Oh, the wiring is outside. Okay. I hope these are waterproof.
Right?
It's not like we get a lot of rain here in Arizona, but
No.
it'd be nice to make sure we ain't gotta worry about it.
I think that's why they have these sealed like our cameras. Our security cameras.
All right, Jesse. I want you to film every single staple, and I'll do that quick. Tack, 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 tack shit. All right? Ready, guys? Yep. All right, we're gonna go one down. Cam, there's no fucking staple.
Oh shoot! My bad. I gave you an empty gun. Here you go. Sorry. My bad.
All right, let's do that again. No, I'm just kidding.
Take 2.
All right, you ready? All right, so we have a knot here. This is what happens when you just do shit. So the goal here is I was gonna hank this up here, so the knot's just gonna stay in the hank. Who's Hank? I don't know. We're gonna hank it here, and then we're gonna zip tie it down. I would like, man, we should have run this under, huh? The shade.
Under the shade?
Yeah, but I already stapled it all the way the fuck down.
Ah.
Could have popped it under. I mean, it's a solar panel. It's supposed to be outside, right?
Right.
Right. All right, so I'll just hang this. Cam, can you get me a zip tie with the fancy zip tie gun? Mr. Hankerman.
Use this thing.
I know how to use it.
Okay, good. I don't know how to use the gun.
Women don't need to use guns. It's a man's job. All right, let me have that gun. All right, so what we're doing here is we're securing the solar panel to the fencing. And most people are like, why don't you put it on the fucking roof? Because the roof needs to be rebuilt. And I've never used metal zip ties before. It is like a zip tie, and I have a zip tie gun. So if you see here, I got a zip tie gun. I'm assuming it's the same thing. I'm gonna put that in there and just tighten it maybe. I don't know how to get this in there though. There we go.
Oh.
Does it just stay? Yeah, I did good. Look at that. Neato, huh?
Does it clip it too? Like the...
Yeah, so no, this does not clip it like the other one. That's why I asked you to go get the clippers, but let's get it tightened down first and then we'll go from there. We still have to do this with another solar panel, so. The fans are already on. They're already functioning. They're doing good. Going off our coop. We have one broody chicken, so we close the coop door for now so she can actually come out here and eat. She hasn't been eating all day and she hasn't been doing nothing, so we're trying to get her to stop being broody. There's no reason for her to be broody, but she is. Okay. Run away then. All right. Metal zip ties kind of for the win, right?
Yeah. I like them.
Yeah, kind of neat. I'll get all the way up in here kind of ghetto-like, but let's see, can we get them in there? Yeah. And it just holds. That's a pretty sturdy solar panel. Like, the wind ain't pushing that off.
No. Do you
Nice.
do another one or are you good?
I only got 2 holes, one on the right, one left, but it's on the chain link.
Oh, nice.
So I'm pretty happy with that. Earlier we used a zip tie gun. I was trying to show that off, but camera overheated, of course. So for a zip tie gun, if you guys have never seen one, this is a zip tie gun. So if we were to use a zip tie, which, sorry for the use and abuse, fraud, waste, and abuse. I could do it on my finger if I want, but. So it goes like that. Once it hits a certain amount of tension, it will cut the end off for you. So you never have a diagonal zip tie. So I had these the other day when we were putting the tarp up, but I just forgot to use it. All right, so Jesse, I don't know how much you got of that, but we got a couple right angles up into the switch, and you can see the fans, they're spinning. So now we just gotta do the exact same thing on the other side and get that one running. All right, guys, so we have kind of fucked this one. We did not measure the solar cable. Why is it not going in there? She's kind of tight, didn't she? We did not measure the solar cable before we installed it. All right, well, she turned on. The issue is we need to be able to access this switch. All right, Camry's putting a ladder up now.
Is that tall enough, you think?
Yeah, that's tall enough. Putting a ladder up now because the solar line there is not long enough. It's not long enough to reach all the way down to the fencing. So we're gonna go, what we're gonna think to do is go down and then back up and then mount the panel actually on the top, and then when we re-roof it, we will fix that. I kinda wanna take a peek.
I took a picture for you.
I know, but I wanna take a peek. Oh, it actually doesn't look that bad.
But you see what I'm saying? Like all of the
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
shingles are supposed to be the whole roof, but it's only like 1/4 of the roof.
It all got blown off by the wind.
Yeah.
How about you just hand me that solar panel and I get to work and I just knock it out real quick. All right, coming down.
Okay.
So due to movie magic, we've mounted the solar panel on the roof. I'm not gonna put too much pressure on this. I'm kind of just leave it loose.
It's gonna overheat in 25 seconds.
I love how it did nothing for hours and now it's overheating. All right, Cam, can you reach that switch? Okay, cool. See you guys in a bit once it's all stapled up.
Okay.
Live on Saturday Night Live.
Let me go inside.
Yeah, let's go check the temperature and then we'll call the solar panel fan coop coolers done. That's a pretty neat name. Solar power fan coop coolers.
Solar.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. Look at her go. She's
Yeah.
doing things.
There you go. She's It's moving air there. Let's go see what the temperature inside the coop is. The door's been shut for what, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 100 degrees.
Nice.
We started at what, 110, 107, whatever it was? That's good work. All right, guys. I'm out for the night. I got a Coors Light waiting for me. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you liked it. If you made it this far, it's dope. Camera, what do you got to say?
That was a good install, I think.
All right, Jesse, cameraman. I'm flipping around on you. What do you got to say?
Good. Good.
All right, thanks for all the views. We'll see you guys later.